Helma, where do you envision Ithasha to be placed in this location?
I was thinking about not in the depression. I'm looking for some lichen or plants that
Right.
probably are native to this area, because it still is some kind of water, and the plants themselves may be okay. So if I encounter them, if I only hear them for starters, I'll change to snake form and take a look. Would I be able to understand them in snake form?
Yes,
because I couldn't find anything about it.
Right. Well, I found a few things. The Duster book, the supplement, is clear.
Okay.
I was looking this up, and first of all, you can understand anything, any language that you know. And dusters can communicate with each other in any form, but their ability to talk about certain things is limited. So the snake physiology doesn't really lend itself to an ordinary human conversation. So the range of topics, the nature of what can be communicated is limited, but dusters can speak to each other snake to snake, for example, or otherwise. But they can't. But the snake cannot talk like a human talks. That doesn't happen.
Okay,
from the snake form, you can understand humans talking. Right?
Great. So I assume that they made enough noise for me to hear them, and I've kind of hidden my things and gone snake and try to figure out who they are and what they do here.
So we're going to place you at the upper levels of the picture, getting a better vantage point of what's going on.
Think of a little snake sitting there on a stone, taking a look.
So excellent. Now we have, a couple of interesting points. The first point is that we have our monster knowledge roll.
Okay. So my skill is 36. So, and I got a 79. I don't think I figure out much.
Yeah. Well, it definitely is some sort of fascinating creature of some kind, but you're not getting the special information about it.
Yeah.
And you're busy, trying to draw it and things like that. You do have a drawing skill, correct?
I have. I don't think it's. Is there a drawing skill? I took writing and I took cuneiform hieroglyphic. So I took everything that looked like useful.
Okay.
Let me check.
That's okay. I'd like you to make that cuneiform roll as well.
Okay.
Not.
Yeah, I don't find the drawing.
That's okay.
Cuneiform is the word.
Well, you had mentioned it. That's why I was wondering. But give me the cuneiform.
52. No, not the. I have 24 in that.
Okay. So. Well, the reason I ask is because this area, a long time ago, had been marked with hieroglyphics.
Okay.
So you're already seeing that by looking around. You're seeing, oh wow, this was ritual space of some kind, or records of some kind were kept here.
Yeah.
And so then for Sam, what sort of skills do you think are relevant here? This is a little bit like RuneQuest. I want everybody looking up and down all the skills all the time to find stuff that you can roll.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I have the fletching skill to make arrows, so I was picturing her maybe making a fletching roll.
Okay. Please feel free.
Okay. Let me just figure out what exactly I need to roll. So 4 times dexterity divided by 5. All right. Just calculate what I need.
By the way, I figure that my failure makes perfect sense to me because right now I'm fully distracted from the fact that she's right next to me, and I'm expecting her to be up there
Right.
with her bow in hand.
Exactly. Why aren't you guarding? What are you down here with my monster for? Go away. Right.
Okay, so I got a 36, and I needed to beat a 50.5.
That's fantastic.
So I think I make 1d10 arrows or bolts per day. So I guess I'll roll 1d10 and see how many I make. Okay, I make 7 poor quality arrows.
Oh, poor quality.
Supposedly.
Excellent.
Yes.
So better than nothing, right? So you're working on your arrows while you're doing this, and I'm going to imagine Farth kind of like, you know, frustrated that he's not finding out more about this.
It's a mix, yes. But everything she does is
right.
Everything she does is fascinating to me.
Right.
So I go from frustration to fascination, back and forth.
So then, the next thing is, what do we have in this game that we can think of as pre-surprise checks, checking for surprise? And as far as I can tell, it's a matter of rolling the relevant skills.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right? And so, in the case of, let's see here. In the case of the two people who are down in the ditch or in the depression, some of your roles are already relevant. Monster knowledge would have been a really, really good idea to succeed in. And then
Twist of the knife.
Right. And then in the case of Vefselk, Sam, what do you have that basically means not get bushwhacked while you're out in the wilderness?
Yeah, let me see. I have stealth, but I don't know if that really would apply
that's
here.
That's not the issue here. The issue is, you know, your awareness of the area. What are the skills that relate to that?
I have observation. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
So that could be. Okay. All right, let me roll. So I'm trying to beat so many calculations.
Yeah, I know. Making the monsters and the non-player characters, I've confessed that I shifted away from the ones. I had a couple of ideas about what to face, and some of them were very derived math to figure out what the critter was like. And I was like, no, let's go find the easier one. Let's go find the one where it's just written down there what they're like.
Okay, so I'm trying to beat a 25, and I have rolled an 85. So
there you go.
I've failed.
Nothing like that.
To be observant.
That's fine. And I also just want a quick check. Observation is one of those fascinating things in role-playing, and it's different in every single freaking game. So I really should have hunted it down. If one of you can hunt it down in the rules, that would be fine.
It's 104. Page 104.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. It's just that they're phrased so carefully and differently in every game. It's just nice to know what the authors felt was important about this. Ah, there it is. Yeah, right next to torturing.
Yeah, it's a generous skill, torturing.
I see that. Yeah, evidently. I mean, ew. Okay, so right. Okay, that's exactly it. It's all about when walking into an ambush. And then there's when sleeping and all the rest of it. Now, it does say that you do the roll, so basically you know that you're surprised. And my take is that that's because the damage has already been done, so it's not like the player, it's not like the player is really going to benefit from knowing that they failed.
Right.
Yeah. So it's basically suck. Yeah, go ahead and roll it yourself, but suck it up.
Yeah.
And so in this case, the important thing is that the eggs that are right there.
Oh.
Right. the eggs that are right there crack open. And something about your activity there, perhaps. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's your activity, poking around the area, pulling on stuff, is involved or something. But when you hear the cracking sound, you guys are surprised by it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we'll move to that in a moment. Now, let's talk about what's going on for Ythasha is a little bit different because you're not near the ancient nest, and so are in no particular danger from their contents. However, there are other things that you may. Oh, by the way, so that's observation for Farth too, isn't it?
I have it because all drivers have it, but I have 8%. So I got 16, but it's not enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so in that case, I'm interested in, for Ythasha, a slightly different kind of role. For Ythasha, this has more to do with spirit stuff, shaman spirit stuff, knowledge. What kind of skill do you have for your occult or maybe it's just observation and we just recognize that as a shaman you see more than others and into a different existence.
That was my idea. I didn't choose anything like cult lore or anything because I thought that would be part of what she is,
I
not
think
something
you're right.
I
So plain
really
old
wrote
observation,
for.
plain old observation is fine, and we'll just take into account that your mystic eye is operating.
Nope.
All right.
I would have had to beat 54, and I have 87, so
Okay.
no.
Excellent.
On the other hand, I see what happens, and I'm probably going to do two things.
Okay.
I have to roll for the tattoo to see if it would work today.
Ah, okay.
That's
which brutal. Would be really it doesn't just work?
Oh wow.
Nope, not the tattoo.
Right. Painful.
Yes, it is, because I couldn't get it higher than 39.
Mm-hmm.
32!
Oh! Our first successful roll. Boy, in a game like this, it's like a celebration when anything works. Yes. It's like, thank God.
Anybody seen me play RuneQuest?
Yeah, I know. No, it's you nailed a few things with those arrows of yours, but you also had some spectacular failures. So, yeah. Speaking
but
of
it's
which,
nice to succeed. Yeah. So, yes, that's done. And then we have to discuss how it works if I don't use it for myself, which isn't set that I don't need it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm going to back off the rim of this bowl and change. Because I need to be in humanoid form to do something.
And one of the important things about that is that it will take you a full round of turns.
Yes, that's why I announced it now, so you guys can go and.
Okay, so so the next thing is all the fun of the surprise rules, which we have suffered over, all of us. So, but it's really not that bad. It's very precise.
Just more math.
Yeah, it's precise, but it's not insane. So first, we've got our reaction speed, which is your same old initiative roll, I think. Oh wait, it's not your initiative roll. This is a reaction speed.
No, it's different. Yeah.
Well, if you look at your agility, there's reaction speed. So you just go right ahead and roll it.
Okay.
So that goes for both of you. Right. Roll that, and I'll walk you through the process with my rules.
Okay, so I got a 12.
You have to double it, so you got a 24.
Okay.
So let's see where Lorenzo gets, and then we'll move to the next step.
I get a 13, so 26.
Now, roll again, but this is your initiative adjustment, which is determined from your dexterity.
Okay.
It's 1d6
Okay,
for
so
me.
1d6 for me. Okay,
It's
so
a
I got
6.
3.
Great. Yeah.
Okay, so add those all together. Your doubled first roll plus this one. And
Yes.
Okay.
then we say, how much over 24 are you?
I'm 8 point over 24.
I am
Okay.
3 points over 24.
Okay, so there is a full round that you cannot attack. And then,
Ooh.
and so that's really effectively what we have discovered. And just to be sensible, after the first round is when you will be able, then we'll just roll initiative and operate.